When I started working at the coaching company, one of the things that I was doing was training people on CRMs. I was opening up my entire business to show them how my system worked, what emails we sent, what videos we sent, what content was given to clients at certain places in terms of information, how we generated leads, how we connected with them, basically everything about my business. And I had a couple friends in my network who would say, I can't believe you're giving people everything. You are training your competition. Truth be told, I didn't ever really compete a lot with other brokers. It is extremely rare for me to come across a credit bureau that has a pull from another mortgage agent on it. Really, most of my clients always came from word of mouth from referral sources, so from accountants, from realtors, from lawyers, or from people in the community who had never worked with mortgage brokers before, right? So they'd always worked with a bank, and now they were trying out the mortgage channel to see what that was like based on information we'd been telling them for years and years through social media. I don't really compete a lot with other brokers. There were a few times where I would see a pull from someone else and I would ask the client, like, what's wrong with what you're doing? If we all have access to pretty much the same things and this person is doing what I would do, like, why would you be looking elsewhere? And a few times I sent them back to that broker. There was one time where somebody was giving someone a private mortgage and that person absolutely qualified for a special program at TD Bank. That one I did not give back, but I did call the broker and tell them, here's what we did. I'm not sure why you didn't look at that, but here's something that fit this client better. It turned out the broker didn't actually have access to TD Bank. So again, when you're with a brokerage, like, make sure you have access to the lenders you need, because you could have a situation like that. But I would say very rarely did I actually compete with people. And the reality is, like, I could probably give any one of you my entire client list and you could call them. And the reality is, if I wasn't good at serving that client, if I didn't do a good job, if I hadn't stayed in touch, if I hadn't built a relationship with them, yeah, they might use you. And that's okay, because it's not on you, it's on me. I will never forget Dustin Woodhouse, drilling into our heads through coaching over the years that everything is my fault. And it is my fault, right? If I haven't done a good enough job building relationships with people, it is my fault if they're looking elsewhere. If they don't understand how much I care or what I'm doing for them, or that we have a great solution for them, it is my fault. And that's okay. Because the reality is, there are tons and tons of people out there who need our service. I remember somebody saying to me one time, there's like 6.4 million people in Toronto. I'm not going to call them all. None of us are going to call them all. There is so much business out there for everyone. And that mindset is really, really important in this industry, because really, what are we trying to do? We're trying to help Canadians. We're trying to give them better options. We're trying to give them educated advice about big financial decisions in their lives. And it's very important that we are all working together to do that, with our own networks, with our own databases, with our own whatever. At the end of the day, I don't really believe any other mortgage agent is competition. And in a lot of cases, the banks aren't even our competition, because there's lots of times where there's things they can do that we can't do, things that we can do that they can't do. So there is really opportunities to collaborate there as well. And the other thing to think about is, when you open up your information, your knowledge base, your business to someone else, even if they copy it, they're not going to do it the same way as you. They're going to put their own flair on things, and it is going to result in them attracting different people than you attract. We've really found that a lot when during the pandemic, when interest rates were kind of dropping. Nicolai and I decided to create a self-employed training course. So we built an entire course out to teach other mortgage agents how to generate leads, how to have good calls with these clients. So really important scripting that you need to get better at, special programs, reading the documents. We shared a bunch of case studies of what we did and how we were able to do that, or how to use certain programs to help a client better. And we gave that all to people. in the first year, we trained just over 350 mortgage agents how to do these self-employed files, because we believe there's tons of Canadians out there that need help with this that are being underserved. This is an underserved market, and it is a market where, as a mortgage agent, we have more options to help these people than the lenders do at the banks. It just is what it is. Sometimes you're going to need special products, A lenders, B lenders, private lenders, to accomplish their goals. And so having 50, 60 different lenders is going to allow you a much better advantage to help these clients. The other thing that we found with self-employed clients was they understand. They're in business. They understand how to build a business, how to market it, that word of mouth is important, that your time is valuable. And we just found we had a real joy for working with these types of clients. They were really much nicer clients to work with, and they tended to refer more and take us less time to solve their problems than some of the other types of clients we worked with. So we did this training course. It was really fun. I mean, it wasn't, all altruistic. Like, people did pay us for this, which was amazing, because we were able to have extra money in our business that was able to allow us to keep our staff, even when, business dropped a bit, when it was a bit harder times in the mortgage industry. But the other thing that we did not expect to happen was that there were quite a few people who took our course and didn't actually want to learn or do the files that we were teaching them how to do. And so then we would start to get calls, hey, I have this self-employed person. I don't want to help them. Do you think that you could help them? I have this lead. I don't have a lender that I know you have access to. So I think you have a better product. So then we would get files that would be referred to us, or we'd have some people who took our training and then left the industry, and then they would be referring clients to us. And what happened over the year after we launched that course was that mortgage agents, other mortgage agents, became our number one referral source. That's crazy when you think that there are so many people out there in our industry thinking that the other mortgage agents are their competition. And here we were training them and getting more business from them just because we believed in giving them everything. So I really encourage you to think about how you can collaborate with other brokers, how you can connect with other brokers, and how you can help each other. Over the years, we had several different mastermind groups we would work with, where we would connect with other agents, especially ones in other provinces. And if I had something that worked for me in lead generation, or they had something that worked in lead generation, we would share, because it wasn't at all going to impact our business. And then what happened over time is I'd have a client who was moving to another province. I would send them to them. They would have a client who has a cousin in Ontario, and they would send them to me. And we all got better, stronger, and more business from collaborating. So if you have that fixed mindset of thinking that everyone is your competition, other agents are your competition, the banks are your competition, I really encourage you to challenge that. See where there's places where you could collaborate, because it will improve your business and it will help you get where you want to go faster. Everything in this business has been solved before. There is someone in the mortgage industry who has seen the file you have, who has struggled with the staffing issue you're struggling with, who is looking for or has an email template that would help you solve a problem in your business. Like, collaborate with each other, help each other, so that we are all stronger, we are all better, and clients across Canada are having a better experience with mortgage agents in general, because it will make us all better, it will make you better, and it will make your business stronger.